Hello everyone! This week I was thinking a lot about text and I had this idea. I would like to use text or type in the background of our artwork. I hope it makes sense. There's something about the combination of images and text that I really love, and I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one. I was also thinking about the influence that the text can have in the way that the art appears. I'm not so much interested in using the text as a message or anything like that, so I don't need it to be readable, although it's fine if it is. So I guess I just like the appearance of the lettering and the random text rather than the words themselves. Either way, I think it's going to be a fun video of creating art using our own photos or images, and also text. So if this sounds interesting to you, come join me now in my studio and let's see what happens. But before we get into using text in our art, I wanted to show you this new journal I got. Remember I told you about my journal disease? Well, now you get to see it firsthand. Anyway, the reason I got this journal is because I already have the Delusion large size journal, which I really like, and I almost finished it, so I decided to try another size. I really like it because it has these heavy, smooth pages. Anyway, I feel like this type of luxurious journal is at the risk of becoming precious and be put on the shelf, and I'll never use it. So in order to prevent it from becoming precious, I often try using my new journals right away. Just create something, doesn't matter what. So since text and words are on my mind lately, I was just thinking how I really like type, and I noticed I use it a lot in my process and in my art pieces. I basically combine a lot of type with my imagery. Especially, I like to combine it in a way that it has a supporting role in the background. That's how I often use type or text. Maybe I even use it more than others do. I don't know. I hope I don't use it too much. Also, I notice words play an important part in modern art, but more often they have a context and are used to make a point or even tell a story. But me, little me, I'm only interested in the text as an element in the background. An element in the background that doesn't take a center stage, and it's just there to support and help the image, almost like texture. So it doesn't have a meaning on its own. It's just another element in the artwork, like line or shape. And it's basically there to add a visual interest to the piece without upstaging it. That was a long one. I like to find interesting text for my artwork in various places, like books that have an attractive type. Sometimes I cut out text from magazines and paste them with a glue stick in a nice design on heavy paper, and then photocopy them to use in my process. I'm always on the lookout for interesting typography. And sometimes I just create my own text on my PC using Word. Word clouds are always great fun. And this one is text from one of my favorite books, The Pencil of Nature, which I edited and printed out. It will make great background text. There are obviously so many ways to use text in the artwork. I felt so overwhelmed with the choices and what I should create and share with you. So I think I will create some text on tissue paper, and this way I can layer it in any artwork now or in the future. As far as tissue paper goes, I like to use different ones, basically whatever I have around. I have craft tissue, rice paper, gift wrap, deli paper, and my favorite one, Laineco. I hope I'm saying it correctly. As long as it's acid-free, it's good. And I like to get the one that is pre-cut into 11 by 14 sheets. So this is when a gel plate has a great use for me, as it's really fun and simple to transfer words and letters onto the tissue paper. And I can use as many colors as I wish. So if I need it, the text can obviously be just black, but I can also make it very colorful, which is probably what I'm going to do today. And if you like this process, you're going to love my book, the new mixed media photography book. It's available on Amazon, so make sure you check it out soon. And if you prefer the digital PDF version, check out the ebook. It's available for sale on my website, nitzacreativestudio.com. And it's actually on sale right now as we speak. So make sure you head over to the website soon and get the book while it's on sale. Thank you. It's a great book. I recommend it. I love this book. Okay, so I think I will try to create some kind of an artwork on wood. I should probably test it first in my art journal or sketchbook, but I think I'll just go ahead and create on wood and see what happens. So this is what I'm trying to create today, something similar with the text in the background showing through. So now let's choose the photo we are going to use in our artwork today. Has to be a good photo. And it's always a good idea to choose a photo that is bright and clear and very simple, doesn't have a complex background. Now let's choose the photo we are going to use in our artwork today. So now let's print. So this is a photo I took in Chicago. I think it will be great for our process today. It has a lot of white areas where the text background is going to show through. And by the way, speaking of printing, in the last video I showed you this new printer paper I got, which is very thin, and I was trying it for the first time for image transfer. And I forgot to tell you what I thought about it, if I liked it or not. So yeah, I liked it very much. This printer paper is so thin, it's just so easy to remove. This paper actually makes it even more fun to image transfer. So it's definitely a keeper. Okay, so now it's time to transfer our beautiful photo from Chicago onto the text collage. And I'm going to use matte medium for the transfer. And while we're waiting for it to dry, I found in my stash a 12 by 12 canvas that was somewhat damaged. It's hard to see the damage on camera, but it's definitely there. So I decided to use it, and I thought it would be a good idea to collage over it and hide the damage. And it will probably be better to use good paper and not tissue paper for this. So it will cover the damaged area a lot better. Luckily, I had these sketch papers which I transferred colorful text to, so I decided to cut them up and use on this canvas. This was fun to do, and I think it will make a great background for something. Okay, now back to our photo transfer. And I may or may not paint it. I think it's a good candidate to be painted since the image is too small for the wood, if it makes sense. But we'll see, no rush, I can decide later. Oh, I just remembered, in a previous video I showed you my visit to Jerry Artorama. So let me show you what I got there, and maybe I'll even show you how I used it. Okay, so let's try the new paints and see if they work for gel photo monoprinting. And we will monoprint the photos onto the new Bristol paper. Yeah, it's okay, but not great. Especially, I'm not so crazy about the green paint. Let's try another paint color. I definitely like it much better, and the paper is nice too. Next, I'm going to try the paint to see how it works with image transfer. And this time we will transfer text. So yes, I quite like this paint for image transfer. I think it's great. Very vibrant. I especially like the yellow. This was so much fun. I love the combination of text and images. So maybe I'll continue and find more ways of creating art with text and photos. Perhaps we'll see some more of this text adventure in the next video. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it. So yeah, I had a great time of creating and sharing with you. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. Let me know what you think. I always love to hear from you. And your suggestions are always great and they help me improve and get better. Thank you so much for everything. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your comments and thank you for watching. And I'll see you next time. Bye. And it's always a good idea to use choose a clear and bright photo that is simple and clear. I said clear already. Started all over. Forget about it. I was also thinking about the way that text, yeah. I don't know if I'm ready. I think this one was a little better. That's enough for now.